I'm going crazy, sitting on that train, and I don't think I'm ever coming home. Don't think I'm lazy, don't think I'm strange, I do think I'm really just losing it all. 'Cause I'm going crazy, yes, I'm going crazy.
What's up, everybody? How are you? I'm gonna make sure my mic is going. I had paused it or I put it on mute, and now I'm afraid it's not going. Yes, there it is. Welcome to the show. And I believe I am going crazy after 2 months of this. Look at this. Check out my midlife crisis. What do you think? Looking good, right? I did this yesterday. My hair was, I can't grow my hair out. I try, and then it gets weird and it's too thin. So this is the end result. And this as well. I'm like that guy you'd cross the street if you saw him coming, but then I'd cross over and give you a hug. That's me. All right, so we've got a great show. Boozin with Bill, of course, we'll start with that. We got a random guy from Minneapolis joining us. Never been before. Excited to hear about that city. Ariana Kerrigan from Little Anchor Boutique in Falmouth. Molly loves this place. I've been in a couple times. My buddy does PR for her, and Ariana is amazing. And while businesses are having a hard time because of the COVID-19, and she's been doing this for a while now, she is finding a way to get by. David Penza, music with David Penza coming up towards the end of the show. But let's talk about good news real quick before we get to Boozin' with Bill. What do we got here? Mike Shane, look at that. Mike Shane from Thanks to Yanks. Mike purchased a whole bunch of coffee from Red Barn Coffee in Upton and donated it to the Milford Firehouse. So the firemen. So that, as you can see right there, that's the Milford Firehouse roast. Mike does so much in the community. Thank you so much, Mike, for all your hard work. And make sure you check out Thanks to Yanks, on Facebook. Pepperoncinis, love pepperoncinis, miss pepperoncinis. Great music, great food. Actually, Pepperoncinis is still open for takeout and delivery, and I've been getting it pretty much on a weekly basis, but I miss playing there and hanging out there. Vince and the gang they're doing a great job during the shutdown here. And they've been doing so much charity, giving free food out to people, delivering them to the hospital and different frontliners. And Vince posted this photo, I think it was yesterday. And this was going to, so there was a neighborhood in Milford that purchased these 8 trays of food for the staff at the hospital. How cool is that? And then they also bought a gift certificate for the Hopedale PTO, or the Hopedale PTO rather bought it for Bright Beginning Center in Hopedale for 30 teachers over there. Nice job, everybody. And last but not least, and I just had a conversation with Andrea Castanetti, who is doing amazing work. Over the last couple of weeks, Andrea and her crew have raised about $60,000 to donate kits to nurses and doctors and frontliners. She's been giving food away to those in need. Let me read you my conversation with her the best I can here. She started the group about 6 weeks ago, and they've donated over 10,000 N95 and KN95 masks, raised almost $60,000 through 2 of their fundraisers. They send lunches and dinners to hospitals and nursing homes pretty much every night. They have a Facebook group of almost 2,000 people that are ready to help at any point. They've donated thousands of other items like gloves, gowns, caps, sanitizers, and wipes. And the kits that you see over to the left there, they're donating 3,000 of them directly to our frontline workers. They're going to be filling them in about a week as they're waiting for one more item to be shipped. They're going to have 2 KN95 masks, a gown, wipes, sanitizers, gift certificate for dinner at Texas Roadhouse, snacks, water, and chips that have all been donated. Amazing. They're donating to UMass, St. V's, and Milford Regional. If you want to go to that hashtag right there in Facebook fundraisers, you can help Andrea out in her gang. And I'm going to have her on my show. So I do a little radio show out of Milford. It's on my FM 101.3. If you guys are listening outside the area, you can always listen online at myfm1013.com or our free app, myfm1013 live. I'm on every morning, 5:30 to 9 a.m. Now, let me get rid of that graphic. We already have some comments. Look at that. Good news. That's right. Jim, good morning. Good morning, Jim. I'm in my morning show mode. Hi, Peter. Looking good, brother. Thank you. You too, man. Amy, looking good. Oh, they like my hair. Hey, Mark. What's happening, buddy? How are you? Jane's watching. Hi, Jane. And Bill, who is thirsty. I know I'm thirsty. So let's get to our. Well, hold on. I got to get rid of this. I'm just learning how to use this format here, and it's just a little clunky sometimes. I got to get rid of all the comments. Here we go. Let's get to our first segment here with my good friend, Bill Donovan from Pub Kings. What's up, buddy?
Hey, I love that intro tune.
Big Bad Bill.
Yeah.
All right. Are you going to drink tonight? What are we drinking tonight, Bill?
Tonight we have a little bit of a nod to summer.
Ooh, I like that.
This drink, it's called On the Eights. It originally had it the first time at the 888 Distillery on Nantucket Island.
Ooh,
during a vacation, and I loved it so much I had to figure out how to make it at home. So it's not exactly what they do on the island. They have some liquor at the distillery that you can't get in the stores. So I basically just figured out a way to make it at home. And the
how did you figure that out, Bill? How did you figure it out?
Well, there was only one ingredient that was at the distillery. It's like a pineapple jalapeno liqueur. So. Okay. And so I just, went to the liquor store, and as I was looking for it, realized that I could probably just fudge it a little bit with some pepper vodka.
Okay.
And a little bit of pineapple juice can get the job done. Oh, you got pores. Damn.
Yeah, I'm a pro, man. I've been doing those videos. I got to have pores.
So the ingredients are orange vodka, pepper vodka, pineapple juice, and ginger ale. So now my recipe is, basically you can vary it. If you like it a little sweeter, you can go heavier on the orange vodka, or if you like more bite, you can use more pepper. So I usually go about 1.5 ounces of pepper and 2 ounces of orange. So here we go. And
that's a
so
lot.
what you want to do? Yeah, if you want to take your mixing glass, your mixing cup here, couple ice cubes. Pro tip for those at home: a shot glass is 1.5 ounces. So you can really use that to measure. I am not a pro by any means, and I don't have a pour, so I will be using this. Starting with pepper vodka. I'm going to go with 1.5 ounces, maybe a strong 1.5. Then I asked for 2 ounces of orange, so I'm just going to throw a splash in. Then I'm going to measure that 1.5 ounces.
But your measuring was off. Got it.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. And then I just go with a splash of pineapple, just like that. And then, maybe, 2 to 4 ounces of ginger ale. So then I just swirl it around a little bit, and I'm going to do the old school method like this. Do the old 2-step with the cups. And you want a nice rocks glass.
Close. Mason jar.
And then what you want to do is just go ahead, strain it over ice into your rocks glass without making a huge mess.
I varied that. I did a variation of that, but I've got my drink.
Okay. And then If you want to be really fancy,
I forgot the lime.
there you go.
Fancy. That is fancy. That looks good.
This would be a great brunch drink, an excellent after the beach, maybe after dinner. So really anytime.
All right. Cheers.
Cheers, buddy.
Oh my God. So we've got like 3.5 ounces of alcohol in here, and I can hardly taste it.
Yes, it is dangerous. It's got a little sweet, but it's balanced with the pepper, the heat of the pepper vodka, and also the ginger ale.
Yeah, I'm gonna pass this on to Molly.
Yeah,
did you make a mess?
Yeah, I did. My mixer.
That's not Molly. That's my daughter, by the way. She's not drinking.
Yeah, hey, Molly. So my mixer was kind of wasn't fully sealed, but we're in good shape. Thanks to Dee, she just bailed me out. I'm anxious to hear Molly's review.
It's got a kick.
It's got a kick.
Yeah. That's a
3.5 ounces. You can't tell.
Yeah.
It tastes like
It's a cocktail. I mean, there's no doubt about it. You know, you have a couple of these, you're gonna feel it.
It tastes like summer, she said.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good assessment.
Sweet hot summer.
What else have you been drinking? Let's talk about your week.
My week, I think, it's mostly just Guinness. I think we had a little red wine again. That was good. Maybe some vodka tonics here and there.
Do you find that when you go to the liquor store now, you're looking for something new and different?
I got to be honest with you. I go right to the Guinness section. Actually, this show is just kind of forcing me to spread my wings a little bit and bring these back out, because we were making these, and then right around the corner, Dee and I think we're for a little while we're making mint juleps around the Kentucky Derby, but obviously that's not going down. So
no, but there's a turtle race tomorrow. So they're doing the Kentucky Turtle Race tomorrow. It's something that they did. They only missed the Kentucky Derby once, and it was like 1945, and it was right around after the war, maybe World War II, and they didn't have it that year. So they decided to race turtles, and they're bringing it back this year. So you can watch that Saturday night on some YouTube channel. I don't know.
Yeah, it sounds riveting.
Right? Hey, do we have Guinness sponsoring this segment yet?
They should.
Right?
It is served here.
Before I let you go, let's take a look at some of the comments we got here. Who's thirsty? Not anymore. I'm good. Lynn's there. She says hi. You had me at peach schnapps and Dio. Let's see. Oh, orange. Yes, Amy. That's the kicker, right? That's the summary taste is the orange. Yeah.
It's the balance of the
knowledge. No, we can't. When you guys are going to get hammered, most likely. Yeah. It's a happy hour though.
It's Friday.
Steve, what's up, Steve? How are you? And Fitch, this is a great time. This is great getting drunk time drink. This is great. I don't know what he's saying. I think he's drunk, to be honest with you. All right, Bill, how are you guys weathering the storm? You guys good?
Yeah, we're doing okay. We did venture out to over the past 2 days. We had to go to Market Basket and Home Depot, and I will say I might have said it last week. Market Basket is doing a great job with getting customers in and out in a timely fashion, and also they have employees and directing everyone, clean carts, social distancing, so it doesn't really feel all that scary in there. And Home Depot has done the same. I think we're in good shape. Don't be too scared going to those places.
Yeah, I can't go out. We have to. I mean, we went to the store today, but it's a whole new experience. I don't want to look at anyone. I don't want to make eye contact. My head is down. I don't want to be near anyone. It's a creepy time to be living.
Yeah,
so have another drink, I guess.
Yeah, I have. Everybody has the mask on, so I smile at cute girls. They just walk by me, so it's no big deal, just like always.
And we're a hat down and the mask on. They can't see how old I am. That's awesome. Hey, Bill, cheers. Thanks, buddy.
Cheers. Have a good one. And anyone wants this recipe, we'll post it somewhere.
All right. Take it easy, buddy. That is. All right, that's my buddy Bill Donovan, Boozin' with Bill. This isn't the only time we do it, by the way. Now let's go to the land of 10,000 lakes, ladies and gentlemen, and bring our next guest, a random guy from Minneapolis. It's Smokin' Joe. Smokin' Joe, what's up, man?
Hello. Oh, just hanging out in my apartment.
So you do this too, don't you? You have a web series.
I do this every Thursday at 7 p.m. for the last 2 years or so. We're on season 3. We just started. I do a music or like live stream podcast sort of thing. And we've just started because of all the coronavirus stuff. We've just started bringing on more national guests, which is really cool because we're doing it all virtually. So I can bring in people from around the country. Yeah, it's really cool.
Nobody answers my messages. Who are you getting on?
Oh, I got a guy. I got a guy that messages everybody. Message everybody for me.
Minneapolis.
We're hitting like the C-D list celebrities here.
Sometimes those are the best guests, though, aren't they?
Oh, they're the best. Oh yeah, they appreciate
open up more. Yeah. Exactly. All right, so let's talk about Minneapolis just a bit. Of course, the city is beautiful. That is Minneapolis, right? That's not St. Paul.
I believe so. Yeah. No. Yeah. That's absolutely Minneapolis, not St. Paul.
Okay.
Yeah.
Of course, Minneapolis is famous for Prince, and you've got 4. Whether they're doing well or not, 4 great sports teams there. The nightlife is awesome in Minneapolis. They make movies and TV shows there. One of my favorite movies, Beautiful Girls, was filmed there. And you've got rockin' bands like
look, there's me playing guitar. Yeah, I do. I have a few bands. That's my band Iron Star. That's my newest band. We're like kind of alternative. It's kind of a nod to 90s alternative while staying pretty modern with what we do. Yeah. I've been playing music professionally for, a decade and a half, about 15 years. And I own a music festival and a production company and a bunch of different musical things.
Yeah. Let's go through those. So who's Dead Larry? I saw Dead Larry.
Dead Larry is my family band. It's a band that I started in high school, and the same 4 dudes are in this band still. So we have, 4 guys. We grew up in Iowa and we all moved up to Minneapolis a decade ago. Wow. And that band, we've been around for 15 years. We've toured all around the country together. And Dead Larry is like a weird, like funky, dark dance rock kind of extravaganza. It's very nerdy, and it is just kind of off the wall, unique.
Now, what video was I watching? I think it was Dead Larry. We're talking about money. It was
Sweet Money. Yeah.
Sweet Money. Yeah.
And my lead singer, Mark, has a very quintessential mustache, and he has just this presence, which is just insane. And through Dead Larry, we started a music festival called the Galactic Get Down, which is an outer space themed music festival that we throw usually every summer. This summer is looking difficult to say the very least for the music festivals, live music in general. But Galactic Get Down it's by nerds for nerds, and it's not really genre specific. It's more, there's some jam bands, there's some bluegrass bands, there's some rock and roll, a little bit of electronic. It's more about pretending we're all in space or aliens.
But it's for people who appreciate music of all.
Yeah, it's a community, really, and it's just an excuse to build a community, and it's a very positive thing for myself and a lot of people.
All right. I made so many notes because I don't know much about Minneapolis. I had a co-host in radio that was from Minneapolis years ago. I don't know where she is now, but she always spoke very highly of Minneapolis. It is the land of 10,000 lakes. You actually have 10,000 lakes in Minneapolis.
There are more. It's in Minnesota that the 10,000 lakes are. Minneapolis has, I would say at least, 100 lakes. I don't know. There's a lot of lakes. There's some big ones. It depends on if you just like the actual city of Minneapolis, or as a person that grew up out of town, and then I've kind of made myself a Minneapolis person now. Like, I kind of consider the Twin Cities all one thing. I know that St. Paul and Minneapolis are very different, and people love to have their quarrels between the two cities, but it's the same place. It's like,
now they're very close together, aren't they?
Yeah, you can't tell the difference. There's no separation. It's all one.
But you said they're different. What makes the two cities different?
Oh man, I guess same. Minneapolis has a more hustly, bustly nightlife. You know, there's a lot bigger like business buildings. You know, a lot of the the finance work and all like the clubs and stuff around Minneapolis. It stays up late. You know, St. Paul is in bed by 5 p.m. Like all the stores are closed. The downtown, but at the same time, like there's still some really great music venues in each one. Yeah. And it really depends on what part of the city you're in. It's I feel like Minneapolis and St. Paul, Twin Cities, are together one big city.
Well, I think it's nice because you can grow up hanging out in Minneapolis, because it's got the bustling nightlife. And then once you get a little bit older, you want to go to bed earlier. You move over.
That happens a lot.
Yeah, I'm sure. Minnesota nice? Is that something? Is that really something? Minnesota I saw that nice. Online.
I've always been saying Minnesota nice to your face, which is there's a very we're very pleasant and we have nice manners, I suppose. But as soon as you're gone, like the talk just starts. You know what I mean? Like it just
behind closed doors. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why I say Minnesota nice to your face, because like there's a lot of kindness and there's a warmth too. I mean, we survive some of the worst winters in the country up here, and there's just there's sort of this love of life that comes from that, especially right now. Even in lockdown, people are just loving the weather.
Does it really get that nasty in the city in the winter?
Oh yeah. I mean, there was like a month where it was below zero for like the entire month. I mean, I guess the Northeast isn't too different. That's where you are right now, right? Like in
yeah. I'm outside of Boston, about 40 miles.
And you get a lot of snow. We get a lot of snow, but you guys got pounded the last few years. That's for sure.
Yeah, this year wasn't bad at all, but the last couple we've had our moments.
This guy and it's winter. Oh, Prince, yeah, and Prince always said that Minneapolis is nice because the cold keeps the bad people away.
Now, this guy obviously left a mark on your cities.
Oh yeah.
Does his ghost still roam the area? Can you still feel Prince?
Oh, absolutely. And like the Fine Line, which is one of the venues downtown, has like Prince seats. You can still like get where he would sit every time he would go in. Everyone has a Prince story. And then people, I mean, every time you go out to see music, you see a mural of Prince, or he's everywhere. He really, I mean, the whole city is in love with him. I didn't realize that until I lived here for a while, like just how into Prince Minneapolis is. It's pretty amazing. It's glorious.
Yeah, I didn't know that either because I knew he was from Minneapolis, of course, but I didn't know how much of an imprint he left on the city. But not only Prince, but Husker Du is from Minneapolis, and the Replacements.
The Replacements, yep. And then there's a couple other like bands from the 80s. The Suburbs is a band from the 80s that Dead Larry opened up for once, which was really cool. And they like toured with the Replacements a little bit. Husker Du, Semisonic is from here. Lizzo, I saw somebody mention that Lizzo is from here, and she's a recent. Lizzo is at a point where she was playing some of the same clubs that I'm playing, that my friends are playing, a few years ago. Like it's just, Atmosphere is from here. Our hip hop scene is really cool.
Yeah, seems like you're into just about everything.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, once you get in the business, I just love music. I mean, you can find anything, a genre. Genre. There's terrible music in every genre, and there's something that I love in every genre too. Yeah. And it just depends on how I'm feeling. I'm a rock guy. 70s to 90s alternative rock is kind of where I live.
Sure.
But I'll go visit bluegrass world, electronic world. I love it.
I think that's a good point. That good music is good music. It doesn't matter what genre. Exactly. And every genre has bad music as well.
Yeah, and sometimes I like bad music, just because it's my favorite genre, and I know it's bad.
Well, yeah, sometimes that's the way to go. Just dig into the bad stuff, just to make your friends cringe.
Right? Oh yeah.
A lot of movies and TV as well. Purple Rain, of course. Real quick, The Mighty Ducks.
Oh yeah.
Heart. Jingle All the Way. Fargo. Of course, yep. Young Adult, which just came out not too long ago, and Mary Tyler Moore was based in Minneapolis.
Yep. And the Dead Larry had a band house where there was like 8 people, 5 cats, 2 dogs, I think at the time. So this was like a rowdy 24-hour party house. And then right around the corner there was this just terrible little grocery store, and Woody Harrelson filmed a movie there while we were living there. So it was like,
did he?
Just like looking like, what's he doing? What's he doing in there?
Does that happen often? Because in Boston, New York, of course, is
right,
ground zero for productions. That in LA, but Boston has had a lot in the last 4, 5, 6, 7 years as well. Minneapolis, is that? Do you see famous people who are hanging around?
Not so much. I avoid downtown quite a bit unless I'm playing. I'm not a clubber. I mean, I love to play the shows and I love to hang out, but But at the same time, if there were famous people around, I don't know if I'm in the place to see them. but I would say things don't really get shut down. I mean, we're not really a big. We have a big stage like theater.
Do you? Yeah.
Scene here. But movies, TV. We tried to do like live. People coming to see the Smoke and Joe show live, like while we were filming it at a venue, and no one cared. Like no one cared at all. They're like, what, a taping? I don't know. I don't know what that is. I don't know what.
Now, what is the scene like for local musicians? Do people go out just to see the local cover bands, the local original bands, or do they wait for the big? Yeah.
Oh no, it's Minneapolis music scene is unlike anything, and I travel a lot, and it's unlike anything I've seen. Just a few towns, maybe similar, maybe like Seattle, New Orleans, but like Minneapolis is like everyone's in a band. All the local bands can draw people. Local bands are opening up for national bands. Local bands are turning into national bands. Like you can throw a rock, like the state, like there are 8 bands that share the same drummer. There's this like huge community. I'd say there are way fewer cover bands than there are original bands, and there's a scene.
Really?
There's a scene for every kind of band. There's a folk scene, there's a metal scene, there's a hip hop scene, there's a jam scene, electronic, and there are venues to support all that too. Like it's just a hustle and bustling musical town.
Nice. Let's check some of these comments we got.
Oh, that's
Angela.
my wife. Hi, wife.
Hi, Angela. How are you? Sweet Mohawk, great, thanks.
I just saw a video of somebody else that was just like, I was shaving my head, and I was like, why not Mohawk? And I'm like, today's the day. Today's Mohawk day.
This is my I don't know what this is. You know what this is? I have no weddings or big events coming up that I have to put a suit on for. That's why I did this. All right. So we have a really cool connection as far as movies go. So Beautiful Girls. I love Beautiful Girls. One of my favorite movies of all time. There's some of the cast right there. So the writer, Scott Rosenberg, is from Needham, Mass. Ted Demme filmed in the Twin Cities. So we have that little weird connection there. I think that's the only connection I can make with Massachusetts and Boston.
Boston. Other than, I've watched all of Cheers. That's there, right?
Yeah, that's here. That's right. And
it was on a streaming site, and I was like, and I feel like I got to know like late 80s Boston a lot better. Like I don't know if it's still the same, but
no, it's not. But the thing about Beautiful Girls, when I watch it, I always feel like it's a New England town, but it was in the outskirts of the Twin Cities, which is very reminiscent of what we have here in some of our small towns too. Very similar. Thought that
small
was cool.
towns are small towns or small towns or small towns. I mean, small towns in California are very similar to small towns in Iowa. Like they're all. It's like it's.
I thought it was a nice connection between us. No.
Oh, I'm just saying, like
they're all the same everywhere.
I mean, maybe it's the people that are the same. You know what I mean? Like, and things can look, but the people. I just find different versions of the same people everywhere I go. I miss traveling. If you can't tell, I haven't gone on tour in a few months, and I'm just like, I want to go. Gotta get out of here.
So how do you go on tour? Like, tell me about the process. You have a local band in Minneapolis, but how do you get on the road? Who are you traveling with? How do you get on these tours?
Well, I own the booking agency and the management. I have like a boutique sort of like booking agency, and we just we have a few different bands, a few different genres, and we connect with other bands. And I've been touring for a long time, so we make connections to different clubs throughout the country, and we book 3 to 5 months out. And we just connect with different other local bands as we go along. And, sometimes we get up with the nice national for a little bit of that tour or whatever. And, hop in a van with or without a trailer.
God, I wish I could do that.
Oh, it's fun. Yeah. It's a sort of surrendering to the road though, in a way, I've slowed down a lot now, but there were years where I'd spend 4 or 5 months of the year just in the van.
What's your favorite thing about Minneapolis? The Twin Cities. We'll do the Twin Cities.
It's got to be. It just has to be the music scene. I mean, that's just it's everything. It's astounding. It's like every night of the week you can go see a national act at one of like 4 large rooms, or you can go to 18 different small rooms. Like it's the music. It's the music. That's why I'm here.
How's the food?
Food is good. Food is, it is good. I live right by Eat Street in Uptown.
Is that what it's called, or is that the nickname?
It's the nickname. It's like this little cross of streets that just has the best Vietnamese food. You have real legit Jamaican place that I go to all the time. It's so the food over here is good. I think you start to get in any suburb and it's anywhere USA. It's like your Hardee's and your,
Sure.
it's everything.
But you're used to it. You've been there for 10 years. Somebody coming in traveling. Like what would you suggest? One restaurant, one club you should go to if you're in the city for the night.
The Minneapolis club to see music, the quintessential Prince's club is First Avenue. The First Avenue Club is like, it's a cornerstone venue. So I would say that would be where I would go. And then food, where would I go for food? Oh, that is tough. It depends on what you like. But I would say, what's the meat place? Fogo de Chao downtown. Fogo de Chao. They walk around with the meat and they put it on the skewer and they cut it off.
Oh yeah.
You have like a little thing which is red means don't give me meat, and then you turn it over and it's green and that just means bring everything to me.
Bring all the meat.
And it's super fancy. That was a wonderful experience. I don't eat meat at the moment, but I'm not wholeheartedly against. It was a fun experience.
Well, Joe, thank you very much. It was fun getting to know the city, getting to know you.
Yeah, thanks for
Galactic. Check this out on Facebook, Galactic Get Down, and hopefully you guys will be back up and running real soon. But you haven't canceled anything yet, right?
We have not canceled, and and the whole thing is, if we have to cancel our main event, like we've already hosted virtual events, we've already started working on drive-in theater plans. We're going to continue to provide our community with opportunities to see live music. Maybe we can't do our big thing with the thousands of people, but we're going to do our best. It's like we're just going to keep things moving.
Good. And Dead Larry on Facebook. I listen to some of the music. It's really cool stuff.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
And then I guess at Smoking Joe is
Smoking Joe. Smoking Joe's cool. Yeah.
Hub,
you find once you find one, if you like it, you'll see. You'll see.
I went down the rabbit hole. I went to your page and then I'm just clicking and all these things you're involved in.
All these
very
things.
Cool.
Yeah, it's cool, man. I appreciate the time.
All right. Take care, Joe. All right, that's a random guy from Minneapolis, Joe. It was awesome. All right, let's go to our next guest. My wife loves this place. Ariana Kerrigan joins me. Let me bring her up. There she is. Hello,
Hi.
Ariana. How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
How's your foot?
It's a mess. I'm sitting with it up right now.
Okay, what happened?
Odd angle.
Yeah, what happened?
I was carrying boxes out of my store. And I stepped off the sidewalk and just stepped wrong and tore the ligaments in my ankle. So
you're supposed to be sitting down, but I think I saw you on Thursday night hopping around your store on Facebook.
I was in my house.
Oh, it was in your house? Okay.
I was at the house and I had a knee scooter. So
oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah.
My wife was watching. She watches every Thursday. What are you drinking? What are you drinking?
Corona.
Happy hour. Corona? I can't go near this stuff. I love Corona, but because of this whole thing, it's a psychological thing. I can't go near it.
Oh, that's funny. See, I'm not a big beer drinker. It's really the only beer that I drink. So
cheers.
Cheers. Thanks for having me on. My shameless plug. So
I love that. I love anything with logos on it. And because you have a lot of women's apparel at the store, I can get stuff like that. So Jim, I'm sure Jim is watching. Jim's got to get me one of those.
I'll put one in the mail to you.
Now you were doing something very different from the start, which really plays into where we are now as an economy. A lot of businesses are closed. You're closed, obviously.
Yep.
But you had started doing online sales when you first started this little boutique, and then you do Facebook Live.
Yep.
And you'll show off some of your new creations. Like I said, Molly watches every Thursday.
Right.
She gets ideas. And if she doesn't see something she likes, she knows the next week she can watch, but she just, enjoys watching it. Did you have that in mind when you first started the boutique? Like, I got to do something a little different because, business can be tough, especially opening a little boutique. You never know how it's going to work out. Was that something you had in your mind at the time?
It was more in the sense as I had a small child at home, but she had gone back to school. I stayed home with her while she was young. She went to school and I was still home, not ready to enter the workforce full time and play by someone else's rules. So I thought, okay, what can I do? And that's where Little Anchor came from. And I started on Facebook. That was 6 years ago. And I've grown and grown and grown. We now have the storefront. We're now opening a sister store next door for children's clothing, which, I said I'd never have a storefront And it's funny, I love my storefront now, but my daughter's also 13, so she doesn't really want much to do with me at this point. So I don't feel like I need to be home with her all the time.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
No,
Sorry.
go ahead. No, please go. I interrupted you.
When everything shut down, like anyone who has a job but owns a business, I was really nervous. Okay, I just shut my doors, but because I built my business the way that I did, I had a platform.
Yeah.
And my customers are so loyal and so amazing that, I've been okay. I'm going to be okay, which is so comforting to know that,
Yeah.
you know what, when I can open my doors back up, I'm going to survive this.
Well, I think it's a great example for anybody who's going to open a business. You have to have that plan because businesses fail. They just do. But if you can have that secondary business, that online business, and not just the online business, most businesses have that website. We can go look at this and look at that. But you took it a step further. You're showing off everything. You're doing the live stream on Facebook, and that's something other people aren't doing either.
It's really funny. It's, there are a lot of women's boutiques on Facebook that do lives, but it's almost like we've gone back to the home shopping network where people shop from their homes, and it's just a different platform that we're all doing it on now. But it's definitely, business is different than it used to be. And I'm so thankful that I had this platform because it's my saving grace right now.
You're still busy then, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's good.
I do
Molly says hi from.
Oh, hi, Molly.
Says hi from upstairs. Yeah, and Jim's there. Hi, Jim.
Oh, and there's Jim.
Yeah, Christina. Happy Friday, all. Hi, Christina and Lori. TGIF. Absolutely. Cheers to you. So you're located in Falmouth. Where exactly in Falmouth are you? We
are in East Falmouth. So I am a little bit off the beaten path as far as Falmouth is concerned. Our shopping mecca is our main street. We have an amazing main street. You will not find me there. I'm a little bit different than the businesses on Main Street. I am more geared towards our year-round residents. So I'm in East Falmouth. I'm in a great little shopping center. So I'm right off 28. If you're familiar with the Cape, 28 is the main road that really runs through the entire Cape.
There's a CVS across the street, right? Is
there's
that
a CVS
a landmark?
Okay. I'm at the one set of lights in East Falmouth. It's been, for me, it's a great place. For me, it's really, people thought I was crazy not going to Main Street, but my business model is so different than a Main Street store that I'm a destination store and people don't mind coming over to East Falmouth to see me.
You really are. I mean, we travel from Milford to go see you when we can.
You guys really come down. It's great in the summer because I have customers from all over the country, but I have a really heavy Northeast fan base through Facebook and whatnot, which makes sense because we're in the Northeast. And so many people vacation on Cape Cod that I get to meet these women when they come to Cape Cod for the summer for a vacation. And it's really cool to have interacted with them for years on Facebook. And they come in and they're like, oh, I'm this person. It's like, oh, it's so great to see you in person. And I feel like I know so many of these women that I've actually never met in person.
Christina buys everything online. She's going to check the website out. Absolutely do that, Christina. And the Facebook page and the group page. That's the other important aspect of this. Not just the Facebook page, but the group page.
The group page is really where it's at. My website is kind of sad, especially right now. You definitely want to join our Facebook group. Our Facebook group is fun. It's uplifting. It's a really great community. I do the live sales. But it's not just sell in there either. We have fun.
Yeah. Is it every Thursday at the same time?
Every Thursday at 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock, Thursday nights. What's hot? What's hot right now? Give people an example of what you sell, and then what is chic. What should people be looking out for at this time of the year?
All right. So tie-dye. I brought a tie-dye hat.
Oh, you got some stuff. Oh, that's awesome.
Tie-dye is so huge right now, and I sold out of almost all my tie-dye last night, but I did have a hat left. Tie-dye is the new camo, the new leopard print. Camo and leopard print still in. They were really, really hot for a few years. They're taking a back burner to camo right now. Camo's huge. So I have so much camo coming in. It's back ordered everywhere because everybody wants it. And
has that ever gone away? Because I know that's been hot for a while. Has that gone away and then come back? Or
what?
The camo.
The camo is still big. Not as big as it was when it first made its resurgence, but it's still really, I can sell camo all day long, but this is kind of stepping in the place of camo. And you know what? Going into summer, it's fun, it's bright, it's happy. So I have a lot of tie-dye.
You're not going to get lost in a crowd.
No, you're definitely not. Another brand that I carry, I'm in a weird angle because I have to have my foot up, so I'm sorry, is Simply Southern. And they make just super fun t-shirts. They are out of Georgia. They're very hard to find actually up north. I found them. We go to Outer Banks every year for vacation, and that's how I came across this line and brought it in up here. But it's almost Simply Southern is like if Lily Pulitzer and Vineyard Vines had a baby, but the products are like a quarter of the price.
Okay.
Fun, bright, happy, very Southern. Like that t-shirt's a $22 t-shirt, which I don't think t-shirts really need to be much more than $22. So,
well, that's another thing about your boutique is it's not boutique prices.
No,
it's the prices are not high at all. I mean, Molly and I went, I think last summer, and she just couldn't believe the price tags on everything. She went in there with she was a little scared to be shopping, think, boutique and all, but she's just grabbing things. Well, I got to have this. It's that price and that price. And before you know it, she had a whole bag full of stuff.
They hear boutique and they think it's a $200 sweater. And that's not how I operate. There was such a need in the market for our year-round residents on Cape that we have TJ Maxx, great store. And again, we have beautiful clothing stores, but they're very expensive. They're definitely geared towards our summer population and our tourists. And no one was out there for just the regular people like me who, I don't have $200 for a sweater. I have kids, I have a mortgage, but sometimes I'd like to buy myself something nice.
Sure.
My goal is
all your stuff is very unique as well.
It is.
That's another thing. You can't go to TJ Maxx and find this stuff.
No, nope. I don't want to. That's what sets me apart. You're not going to find it anywhere else. And you're not going to find it anywhere else, even in the town over.
Right.
It's just, people aren't doing it on Cape yet.
Yeah. And the Cape is full of boutiques and little small businesses. So to be able to set yourself apart from the candy or junk store, because there's plenty of those.
The tourist store.
Yeah, the tourist store. But this is a really nice tourist store. This is a store you walk into and you become not a tourist. You're actually part of the Cape when you walk in there. Do you feel like you're at home?
Yep. I really work on having such a welcoming atmosphere. And again, you hear that word boutique and people often come in and they're like, oh, this is reasonable. I'm like, I know. I need to get rid of the word boutique.
So what else, really quick though, Tara's chiming in, sorry, late to the game. What's the Facebook group? If you just search Little Anchor Boutique,
it will come up. Little Anchor Boutique VIP face group will come up. I believe there's actually a link to it on my website as well, littleanchorboutique.com. It will say Facebook group.
And it's full of pictures and almost everything that you have coming in, you photograph.
Yeah, we do sneak peek. I swear people must be so sick of me because I'm always on. But it's a really active group. Sneak peeks, restocks. I ask people's opinions on what they like, what they don't like. So we have fun.
Well, it's how you have to play the game right now. And luckily you've been doing it longer than the COVID-19 thing's been going on. So you were already ahead of the game. Thank you, Tara, for checking that out and spread the word because it really is a cool place. And, if you like to take a quick drive to the Cape, it's when you guys are open. Yep. It's a nice drive, obviously. I don't spend a ton of time in Falmouth. See, Molly's from Mashpee in Falmouth. Yep. She went to Falmouth High. I used to vacation in Dennisport. So I am of the Dennisport people. Right. And she's of the Falmouth people.
You're at the other end.
We have this argument all the time. Where are we going to get our vacation home? So we'll see. I think it's gonna be Dennisport, but we'll see.
Not a bad place.
Well, thank you. No, it's beautiful up there. Thank you so much, Ariana. It was great to talk to you.
Great to talk to you. Thank you.
Anything else you put aside that you want to pass over and show before I let you go? I don't want you to miss anything. I don't want you to have to get up either.
No, it's all right next to me.
Okay, good. Yeah, let's see a couple more things.
We have a new brand coming in, which is Edgewater Cloth Company. This is an amazing brand. We are the only ones carrying it right now, which makes me super excited. So look for more of Edgewater brand. And that will be quarter zips, half zips, things like that. And then again, just here's an example of one of our sweaters from Thursday Night Live. Just,
Ooh, nice.
oh, you can't really see. Bright, fun,
Featured.
summery.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff. We're in summer bright mode right now.
You must be sick of being on video right now. I made you do this video thing. You're like, I was just on video. I was just doing
I
that.
just always feel people are sick of me. I'm like, they just must be sick of seeing me.
You branded yourself, by the way. If I see you like off in the distance on a computer, I know exactly who you are and what you're doing. That's pretty cool.
I get a lot. People will recognize my voice.
Yeah, that too.
They hear my voice, or the husbands will know my voice, which isn't always a good thing.
That's how I heard you the other day. I heard you in my dining room. You were in the computer in the dining room. Well, Ariana, thank you so much, and hopefully we'll see you soon. Hopefully everyone is safe and healthy in your world. And hang in there.
Thank you so much.
All right, take care. Bye-bye. That is Little Anchor Boutique, littleanchorboutique.com. Just a real fun place. Molly loves shopping there. And there's a lot of knickknacks too, I should mention. So when you can go to the store or go online or watch her live video on Thursday nights at 8 o'clock. All right, let's take a look at the comments here. that sweater goes great with my drink. It does. Yes, you're going to get D that sweater, I think. I think we should all get those sweaters, Bill, right? We should all wear them to a summer party and then drink your drink. I love it. Christina, happy Friday, all. Oh, we got to these already. Lori, did I miss anybody? I want to say hi to everybody. Terry, cheers, Terry. How are you, buddy? Cheers to you. Hey, thanks for watching this silly little show. I certainly appreciate it. All 20 of you that are watching. This is fun. We're going to do it every Friday night. I think next week I'm doing it Saturday night for some reason, but I'll let you know. If you've got, I do the good news at the beginning. If you guys have any good news, we talked about pepperoncinis and everyone associated with pepperoncinis. They're doing a lot of great things. I talked about the corner market last week. They're doing free dinners on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Mike Shane delivering coffee to first responders. That was really cool. So I do this little good news segment. If you have any good news, just get in touch with me. You know how to find me. All right, let's go to our next guest. Let's bring up Dave Penza. What's up, Dave? How are you, man? Oh, I can't hear you. Hold on. You have to turn your mic on.
How's that? Can you hear me now?
I thought you said you use StreamYard.
Yeah, I used it a couple of times. Not successfully.
Cheers,
How's
man.
the song? Can you hear me?
Yeah, are you drinking?
I am. I'm drinking a little whiskey.
A little whiskey. Nice. What are you drinking? What kind of whiskey? Let's talk whiskey. I just got into this a couple of years ago.
You know, I don't even know.
That's the best kind of whiskey, though. It really is.
Yeah, I know. I found a couple of bottles stashed away. I don't drink a lot. I don't drink at home alone, you know?
I don't either, but the COVID-19 thing, this shutdown, has made me drink a little bit more. Not to excess, of course.
Yeah, I was worried about it.
Yeah, well, it could get out of hand.
Yeah.
But I've been experimenting more. You know, where's my beer? I go out, I look for new beer. So I've got an Ipswich 1620. Yeah, I usually base my beer on the can.
Yeah.
And that's a cool can, but it actually tastes really good. So every week I go buy like a 4-pack or an 8-pack of something local and crafty. And then every like holiday, my birthday, or not that that's a holiday, or Christmas, I ask for a nice bottle of whiskey, like a good $70, $80 whiskey.
Yeah.
So I do dabble in that just a bit.
I like whiskey. I just opened up my pool bar and I found all these bottles in there when I went to wash them all off because they're all dusty. The labels came off, so I got no idea what I'm drinking, but it's good.
It's just something brown. So you've been playing throughout this whole thing online. There's a choice few of musicians who have really taken this on. Jen Teff's doing it weekly. Matt Zajak's doing it weekly. Jen is on tonight. She might be on tonight at 8 o'clock. Matt does it on Wednesday nights. Carolyn and Jay have been doing it routinely as well. You're doing an open mic, which is very cool.
I was doing it, and then everyone lost interest in it.
Did they?
We were having so much trouble with the sound on this system. And
well, I will give you that.
I had about 10 minutes to get set up for this, and I'm going to do it acoustically because my sound system just wasn't plugging in right. So hopefully it sounds okay.
I think when you use too much, like I don't know if a full band could use this, But I think if you're slowly, quietly strumming along and singing, it works. But it does, yeah. They have to work on the. I don't know what it is.
Yeah. I would have been doing it right now. Yeah.
You were working every week. I mean, you were busy. You were doing the alumni thing. You're playing other gigs.
Yeah, it's about 130 shows a year.
How many?
130.
Jeez.
About, yeah.
How are you passing the time now?
I'm losing my mind. I am working full time still. But
that's good.
I got my nose in a computer all day. I can't stand it, you know? I can't wait to get back out there.
Have you been practicing a lot? Have you been writing at all?
No, I still owe you a couple of songs, huh?
You do? From a long time ago. Are you making guitars? Because I know you were doing that at one point.
I was. I made two. I had a couple that I was halfway through, and I just got busy. I just was loving playing more, and then I was gigging out so much. I just don't have a lot of free time. So, yeah. We'll get back to it.
Wayne says, hey, Dave.
There's Wayne.
See you still getting out on Fridays.
Yeah. Yeah, we'd be at the alumni right now. Yeah.
So going back to making guitars, is that guitar handmade by you?
Oh, hell no. This is a Gibson.
I don't know anything about guitars.
This is a new one. I got it right before Corona.
Yeah.
Actually, that weekend, right before we closed down, I went up to Music Mill in New Hampshire and picked it up. But it's a Gibson J45 Montana Deluxe. And I was looking forward to playing it out and making my money back on it, and then everything got canceled.
I was just going to say, you bought that thinking, I've got like 20 gigs coming up. I can cover that.
Hey, we need write-offs, Ray.
That's right. Well, I would love to close out this show with a few songs from you.
Sure.
Oh, wait a minute. Let me get Ariana's. I've given her a very long plug here. I got to bring you up here. Hold on. There you are. That's the best place to get in touch with you or listen to some of your music, maybe see where you're playing when you do start playing again. David Penza Music. You still use that page?
Yeah, that's my Facebook page, right?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
I was gonna say, I don't think that's my email address.
No, that's the Facebook page.
Yeah. I was so excited that you invited me. I had an excuse to drink, but I started too early.
That's why I do these things, so that we can drink. That's why we do the Zooms. Have you been doing Zoom with friends?
You know, it's funny. The guy I worked with about 8 years ago reached out to me, and he saw one of my Facebook Live shows, and he asked if I play his corporate quarterly conference for his company. And I said, yeah, sure. How am I going to do that? He goes, we're going to do it on, what do they use? The Microsoft Teams.
Okay.
And I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll do it. So I sat right here and I played for an hour for his company remotely. It was a lot of fun.
And how was the sound? Did it work on that format?
I couldn't hear myself as they did, so I have no idea, but he said it sounded good, so that's good.
That's all that matters.
Of course, I haven't heard from him since, so maybe it didn't. I hope that's not what we're going to be doing.
I'm gonna close myself out for now. And why don't you give us 2 songs, and then we'll chat it up at the end.
All right, this one's a Ryan Adams song. Can you hear the guitar okay?
I can. Sounds great.
Dancing when the stars go blue, dancing where the evening fell, dancing in your wooden shoes, in a wedding gown, dancing out on 7th Street, dancing through the underground, dancing little marionette. Are you happy now? Where do you go when you're lonely? Where do you go when you're blue? Where do you go when you're lonely? I'll follow you when the stars go blue. When the stars go blue. when the stars go blue, when the stars go blue. Laughing with your pretty mouth, laughing with your broken eyes, laughing with your lover's tongue in the lullaby. Where do you go when you're lonely? Where do you go when you're blue? Where do you go when you're lonely? I follow you when the stars go blue, when the stars go blue, when the stars go blue, when the stars go blue. When the stars go blue. That's one thing that's really weird is not hearing any applause anymore. Not that I ever heard it, but at least I heard the clattering of drinks back then.
So true.
Here's one by Pearl Jam. Yes, I understand every life must end up. As we sit alone, I know someday we must go on. I'm a lucky man, count on both hands the ones I love. Some folks have one, yeah, others they got none. Oh. Stay with me, let's just breathe. Practice all my sins, never gonna let me win. Oh. Under everything, just another human being. I don't wanna hurt. There's so much in this world to make me believe. Stay with me, you're all I see. Did I say that I need you? Did I say that I want you? Oh, if I didn't, I'm a fool, you see. No one knows this more than me. As I come clean, wonder every day as I look upon your face. Oh. Everything you gave and nothing you would take, oh no. Nothing you would take, everything you gave. Did I say that I need you? Did I say that I want you? Oh, if I didn't, I'm a fool, you see. No one knows this more than me. I'm complete. Nothing you will take. Everything you gave. Hold me till I die. Meet you on the other side.
Very nice.
Thank you.
Thanks, buddy.
Thank you very
So good
much.
to see you.
It's good to see you.
Real quick, some of the comments. Dean. There's Dean. Hey, buddy.
Dean.
Not coming from Dave's Dive?
No, I can't get internet out there yet. I got an extender coming in, but I got to wait a week. Everything's so delayed.
Kendo.
Hey,
Sounds
Kendo.
great, Dave.
How
What's
you
up,
doing?
Kendo? Hey, buddy. You have some virtual applause from Lori
Thanks, Lori.
and Kelly.
Hey, Kelly.
Yeah. Well, normally it's Friday night, right? So you'd be at Alumni.
Yeah, alumni. Yeah,
And
every Friday. That's been going on for almost 5 years, almost as long as I've been playing. Yeah,
That's another thing. You just kind of started playing.
midlife crisis.
I get it. I get it, man.
Yeah, yeah.
I started when I was about 30, and I thought that was late. I started singing and getting into bands, but you started when you were like 40-ish, right?
Yeah, I was 45. Yeah.
45. How'd you learn how to play? Just taught yourself?
I'm pretty much self-taught. Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to go to a lot of open mics and meet people there and see what they were doing, ask them how to play a chord type thing. Song by song, learn the chords, and there you go.
It's never too late. Never too late.
No, and it's awesome. I love it. I love it.
Well, Mikey loves you too. He loved it. What's up,
Thanks,
Mikey? How you
Mike.
doing, buddy? All right, Dave. So yeah, normally Friday nights, and hopefully when that gets back, when the doors open up again, you will be at Alumni on Friday nights, and then other local venues on Saturdays and Thursdays.
Yeah, come on up. Come out and sing.
All right. Well, take care. Good to see you.
You too.
All right. Take care, Dave.
Bye, guys. Thank you. Be safe.
That is Dave Penza. Great guy and so talented. I mean, he just started playing, which is crazy. Hey, so normally I'd wrap up, but we're going to do the after show as people stop watching. So it was me just on screen, and I lost a lot of people, and now Jay's here, and we're going to lose even more, I'm afraid.
Thanks, Ray. I appreciate
What's
that.
up? I was talking to a guy from Minneapolis, which was really cool.
I watched
And
it.
I just want to mention that Bill, because we were talking about the similarities between Boston and the Twin Cities. Bill says both cities and the states love hockey, which is a great similarity.
There you go. There's your connection, Ray.
How are you?
I'm good.
I got you on so that you can plug tomorrow. What's happening
Yeah.
tomorrow?
We started doing chicken chat.
Can we do the intro for Chicken
Yeah,
Chat?
I would
Would you
love
be
it.
into that?
Yeah, go for it.
All right. Set it up. Josh put this together.
Yeah, my buddy Josh put it together. Yeah, it surprised me. We just do a little show on Saturdays where we talk about comics and stuff and what's going on, pop culture stuff. And out of the blue, Josh made this intro, and it's awesome. So you want to just play it?
Coming to you from individual isolated bunkers across the globe, Rubber Chicken Comics proudly presents Chicken Chat! Chicken Chat! Chicken Chat! Chicken Chat! It's time! Chicken Chat! Chicken Chat! Chicken Chat! Chicken Chat! It's time! It's random people you may or may not know, talking about stuff you may or may not care about, but you've got nothing better to do. So shut up and listen to the Chicken Chat! Chicken Chat! Chicken Chat! Chicken Chat! It's time! Chicken Chat! Chicken Chat! Chicken Chat! Chicken Chat! It's time! And now presenting your host for the evening, the head chicken in charge, the one and only Mr. J. Pillarella!
That's awesome.
And that's where I come in because I'm Jay Pillarella.
Yeah, no last names. No last names.
He made that like
I love
20
him.
minutes. 20 minutes in his garage. He made that. Josh is awesome.
D says hi, Jay.
Hi D, what's going on?
Lorianne's watching.
Woo!
My buddy Dan's watching. What's up, Dan? Looking good, huh? What do you think, Jay?
Oh, I think it looks great. Remember last year at this time,
Well,
I
you
actually
had one.
did. What's that?
But you had the chicken
Yeah.
mohawk, like the
Yeah, I had. Well, I tried to keep it as high as I could go, and then it slowly fell down during the day, but it was still cool. I liked it.
you have to keep up with it. You constantly have to be doing this and putting stuff in it.
Yep.
And I still think it's a little too wide. I don't know.
No,
but I
it's
have
great.
no regrets. I'm loving it.
No, I think it looks fantastic. You are the staple that puts together that magazine, Ray, of life.
Gotcha. What are you talking about on the show tomorrow? Tomorrow it's noon, by the way. Chicken
Tomorrow
Chat's
noon.
at noon.
Yeah. We're going to talk about, we got some top threes, like top 3 favorite artists, top 3 favorite sitcoms. I think we're doing top 3 favorite toys, like a specific toy. Do you remember specific toys that you loved as a kid? Obviously, you remember some.
I do.
So,
and maybe I'll chime in tomorrow on some of these. This is
Yeah.
more my bag than the comics.
Of course.
But I might chime in on some of these because I was really into TV shows, toys, and pop culture, that kind of thing. The first one that came to mind, and I know it's on everyone's list, is the wind-up Evel Knievel bike.
That was awesome. I remember when they did that on that 70s show for one of the Christmas episodes. They had like jumping over Fez and stuff.
Bill, he's throwing his top one, Atari.
Atari's awesome.
Hey.
I was thinking more of a toy, not a video game, though.
Oh, sorry, Bill, you're out. So if you're doing, settle this argument. If you're doing a top 3 list, can you have a tie, or does that make it a top 4 list?
I would say that makes it a top 4 list, but who cares? It's a little podcast show that we're doing, so whatever
I'm calling
you want.
foul. I will have a buzzer if that happens, and I will immediately knock that person out for 5 minutes.
Fantastic. It's like a participation prize.
That's it. So Rubber Chicken Comics is the comic book shop in Bellingham.
Yeah.
And you may not be open right now, but
We're
you're
not.
still doing business.
Oh yeah. Yeah, still doing online business, as much as we can, as much as is possible. We're running at like a 1/10 of what we usually do, but that's all right because we're still hustling. We're still, doing what we do. And eventually, things will get back to going at least a small amount of what they should be back to, slowly stores are going to reopen. One, like my shop, it's a small shop. So we're not going to have anywhere near the amount of people that, Walmart or Shaw's or something like that has on an hourly basis. They have anywhere from 50 to 100 people in their shops.
Right. But you've got the eBay going so people can still, I'm an admin now on the page. So I do see the messages coming in.
Yep.
You're constantly working with customers and fulfilling their needs, which is really cool. You've got the t-shirts. I had to order my t-shirt, Jay. I had to go online and go through a whole form. I thought I knew the owner. I'm like, I think I know somebody over there.
No, see, that's the great thing. These guys over at New Republic, I've been working with them for years. They're awesome guys. And they're just doing this out of the goodness of their heart. They're not making a dime off of this. They're just covering their expenses and they're giving us all the profits. That's why it's not through me. It's through a separate company. And he's doing it for almost 20 different small companies. He's just making t-shirts and selling them for them to try and make them extra cash. And it's been an amazing turnout. I mean, just blown away by the generosity.
So that was all them. Good. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I feel bad that I kind of yelled at them a little bit. All right. So a couple more toys.
Yep.
We're going to talk about this tomorrow. So make sure you tune in on the Rubber Chicken Comics page and the Amped Up Promotions page. So it's on 2 different pages. Well, Bill got his shirt.
Yeah.
Wow. I didn't order it a while ago. I didn't know these shirts were made. I'm surprised I didn't know that until the other day.
It's very weird because you're very social media, acquainted. So I figured you would have seen
or at least acquainted with you. I thought I would.
Yeah.
I thought I would have known that.
I put a couple of nice posts out there stating it on my actual page because I don't always connect my page with the chicken's page, but occasionally I do.
Okay. Well, Dan says he got his, but it was a tube top.
That's fantastic. I can't wait to see a pic.
Dan also says one of his favorite toys from his youth, Big Tracks. Remember Big Tracks?
Sure.
Was that the one that you had to you would type in the code and it would do a certain thing?
No,
like a 6 would make.
Oh, was that one? I do remember that one. I was thinking of something else, but yeah, that sounds right too. You you program it in and it would go like 5 feet and then turn and then go 5 feet and then turn. Yeah, I think that's it.
I think that's what it was. And okay, Bill chimed in with a real. Well, no, that's a game. I'm sorry, that's not a toy, Bill. That's a game.
You're just blowing it, Bill. I'm sorry. You're not allowed to play with our reindeer games.
All right. Well, Jay, thanks for chiming in at the end of the show. We went over time just to have you on.
Oh, you guys are the best.
The crew is pissed at me. They want to go drink.
I'm going to go drink after this. Oh, yeah.
Are you drinking now?
I'm actually just about to. I'm going to go make myself a very tall Jack and Diet with a wedge of lime.
Do you have anything in front of you? No?
No, I really don't. Okay. I got a stack of beers, too. I got some fantastic beers for the weekend.
I'm going to do a shot for you as we say goodnight.
I got my water.
This is a jalapeno tequila.
Nice.
Yeah, it's actually very smooth. And I don't know if you saw the beginning of the show, but Bill made a fantastic drink.
I watched the whole show. It was awesome. I actually want to try that drink.
It was really, really good.
It looked it.
So let's say goodnight and make sure you tune in to Chicken Chat tomorrow on the Rubber Chicken Comics page or Amped Up Promotions. Yeah. And it's going to be fun. It's not all comic books. I know some people might be afraid of that, but tomorrow you're talking about toys and TV shows. And what was the third category?
Artists. So that one falls into comic books, comic book artists.
Okay. But you learned something about comic books. I know just watching last week, I don't know a ton about them, but listening to you guys, I learned a lot about comic books.
Honestly, that's why we're there.
All right, buddy. Cheers.
Salute. Chicken chat. Chicken chat. Chicken chat.
Good night, everybody. Thanks for watching.
I'm going crazy, sitting on that train, and I don't think I'm ever coming home. Don't think I'm lazy, don't think I'm strange. I do think I'm really just losing it all. 'Cause I'm going crazy. Yes, I'm going crazy.